Hi everyone, this is Cyber here. I'm here today to bring you a new video. This video is to test the chase on Massacre, the video game video. So earlier yesterday, they dropped info about patch notes. I just want to go over this quickly. The patch is gonna drop today, early in the morning, and some people were happy with it, some people were not. I'm gonna go over it and tell you my thoughts, and then we're also going to talk about some other stuff that I feel like needs to be changed, but I know they're working on several things, but this is something they definitely should be looking at. So the first thing is patch notes fits PC stuttering on ultra graphic setting. The fix resolves graphical issues when running the game on ultra settings with appropriate hardware. This also fixes a issue causing frames per second drops when attacking or dribbling opponents while running the game on ultra settings with appropriate hardware. That fixes voice chat not working in lobbies for party members. This fixes for issues where party members would lose voice chat functionality once in a lobby. I had that happen. I'm not playing on PC, so I can't understand the other thing. This is a big one that a lot of people were upset about. They fix SP progression. The fix resolves a UI issue that would appear to rank up after every match, despite not gaining the required SP to do so. This fix is also resolving inaccurate SP delay related to earning SP, which is great. That maybe I'll actually have my level I'm supposed to. Fits various crash and freezes. Yes, I had some on PS5. Not too much, but once in a while. This includes a PS4 crash related to unlocking trophies. This will include a fix for high-level players experiencing a crash on the match results screen. Changes keybinds. We added keybinds for the PC version of the game. People are super happy about that. I knew that the PC players wanted that. Change. Lobbies will now launch with 6 players. The change should help lobbies get running smoother, quicker, and with less drops due to incomplete lobbies. Leatherface is still required for the match. So it's 3 on one side and 3 on the other side. So if you're down one victim, the match will start. I feel like it'll be a disadvantage, so don't quit. Don't drop out. Change quit match menu. We move the quit match to the top in the menu option when looking to join a game. Quit match will result in not only quicker matchmaking into a lobby, but also full lobbies. Ugh, can't talk today. Sorry. And change PC removed from crossplay. Wait, let me read the whole thing before you start complaining. We are temporarily separating PC from our console players based on crossplay while we continue to improve our anti-cheat tool and resources. So they are taking PC away for the moment, temporarily, from crossplay. That means if you have friends on PC, you unfortunately will not be able to play until they put another update out that will bring it back. Just because they want to work on the anti-cheat tool and make sure it's working for the hackers, try to get rid of the hackers as much as possible. That's a good thing. Yes, it does affect me because I do play with some PC players. I'm on PlayStation, so I will be playing a little bit by myself now. I did get some matches in, but before they did that, next thing is tuning easy anti-cheat and anti-cheat improvements. We made several improvements to our anti-cheat and protection for additional cheat resources. We also improvise our tracking and logging for cheat detection and constantly future improvements. We also plan to run a second edition of the Mirror Times later this week to highlight the best stats for the team. Stay tuned for more, and I will cover that when that drops. So now I wanted to talk about my thoughts on some fixes I should do in the future. I'm gonna have some gameplay up when I'm doing this and that kind of stuff. Maybe it'll show some things I'm talking about. So the big thing is, and a lot of my friends and I've talked, we pay family a lot, but we have played victims. We've seen it play both sides. Slowing the matches down. Now, I'm not saying all the matches are fast, but for the people that want to rush through and get out in less than a minute or even less, it needs to be slowed down because it's taken away from what the game should be. It's about horror being stealthy and that kind of stuff. So I think these ideas I'm putting out here. Now, these are just my ideas, and I've talked to some of my friends, and they think some are good ideas. So I just wanted to go over it and tell you guys my thoughts and get some feedback. Let me know. I have played Victim. I play slowly, so I don't this wouldn't affect me so much. I have played fast, especially when I've done the Valve, but we're gonna go over that, and I feel like it will help out both sides. Yes, it will make it a little harder, but also I feel like when you get out, it's a challenge. You feel like, great, I got out. All right, so when you quickly get out of the ropes, like the ropes in the beginning, when you're struggling to get out and you have the tapping, you can tap real fast and it does nothing. They can't see anything. It can wake Grandpa up. It can, unless you have the perk on. But what happens is you actually start with half health due to bruising your body from the ropes. So if you get out fast, you lose health because you bruised yourself. So you're damaged. You gotta go find a health item. So you lose half your health if you want to rush in the beginning. I don't know how much that one will be, if they would do it, put that in. I don't know. That's the only thing I could come up with that would slow it down. Because what usually has been happening with, if you play Leatherface, you'll get a Leland, or you get other people that'll be standing in front of Leatherface while he's in cutscene, while he can't do anything. Before his chainsaw is even on, he'll shoulder thrust him, and then he'll go around him and stab him, and he'll have all this stuff before Leatherface even comes out in his cutscene. That's the whole reason I feel like it would slow it down a little bit, because you're gonna be half health. Yes, they can still do that, but if Leatherface finds you, you're gonna have to you'll possibly die. So you won't want to do that, because you can take less hits. It'll probably take, if he gets the red, boom, you're down, you're dead, pretty much. Excuse me. Let's talk about bone shivs. When you go too fast, like if you tapping, and you hit it constantly, if you hit it that too much, it would cause you to slowly bleed. So you'll be losing health a little bit. Maybe it'll stop halfway, so you'll have to heal, make you cause more to heal. They would have to fine tune it, but there has to be some penalty for you rushing, because that'll keep people from bone shivving all the time. You always should use them when you necessary want to rescue someone, or you got ran into someone and you want to get a little fight. That's what they should be for. They should be used for trolling. It's it's for survival based. I think that would help out a ton. That one I think is a good idea. I don't know how much it would make you bleed. It's gonna bleed. That would be something they would have to set. All right, being stunned, this is gonna be from like doors being stunned, shoulder, bone shiv, pretty much any way you can be stunned as either side. I can say either side because it can be done either side. Like the doors can be either side. It's gonna put you into a monetary mode where pretty much you can't be re-stunned, and like the whole time you're in animation, you can't be re-stunned. It puts like a safeguard, and then once you're out of animation, you have 5 seconds to get out of the way of the door or whatever. And then after the 5 seconds, you can be re-stunned. I think that they could make it a little smaller, maybe like in 3 seconds. I just said 5 seconds because just to give a little more time to get away from the door. That's, yeah. So they can't be re-stunned by the door or the shoulder or bone shiv. Because a lot of people have been doing the shoulder, Leland's shoulder, and then doing a back stab. Or you just stab once and you're still in the animation, and they stab you again, and they just keep doing it. We're getting away from trying to get away from the trolling thing. I understand you want to have fun and sit in the game, but this would be a way they could counter that kind of, to keep people away from doing that. You're not supposed to be trolling, you're supposed to be trying to survive. Alright, so next one is fuse bots. You shouldn't be able to either put a lock, like the cook's lock, on it, so they have to go through 2 locks to make it a little more challenging, because they have to, a lot of people can get out that exit, and they can do it super fast, especially if you're Um, know how to do quick math. Sorry. Or you should be able to relock it if it already has been used. So if someone already opened it and people got out and you missed it and you go back up for it, someone should be able to go over to it and close it, and they have to get another unlock tool to get it open, and then they can hit it. Just to give a little time for the defense to get it. Or the other way is the family, if make it kind of like the Valve thing where it takes time to open, where they could shut it off too. That's another option. I think the other way I like it better than just doing it like the Valve, because you don't want to make everything just like one thing. Okay, so Valve now needs to either be made slow down for victims, like you know how we turn it. That's how they should turn it. I don't think the sound thing really does anything unless they're rushing. And I said if they want to keep the rushing in, like where you could just tap it, families should be able to tap it fast too. So either you do it slow them down, or you make the family where they can tap it too, so they can't be stun locked all the time. Because there's people that do Leland, and one family member will go over there to do that, and they'll get shoulder thrust, and it'll make them restart, or or they're bone shivved, and it makes them restart. Then when you try to do it again, they'll do it, and if they get you twice, you can't shut it. So if you tap it fast, you might get an advantage about doing that, just to keep everything side even. Because yes, they have to wait for it to time down, but if we're all the way across the map, everyone is, and we come over, we have less time. So usually we can shut it, but if they get it twice or 3 times, it's game over. The reason it should be so hard is because there's so many people that should be able to get out that way. The exits that multiple people can get out real easy, and there's no way to stop it, is that way. Where the other exits, you can at least put guards for them. Yes, you can guard these things, but them tapping it fast, there's no way to guard that. Say with the fuse, once they got it open, it's just doing simple math real fast, and then having the fuse in there. Because once they do it, it's done. There's no guarding against it. Even if you whack them, they just have to touch it and pull it down. It takes like 2 seconds, even if you're right on them. I've seen them do it. So I feel this will help it balance out a little bit. That's one I'm kind of on the fence on, because I understand both sides, but in reality, if you want to keep this grounded, traps, like hitchhiker's traps, should be able to be put anywhere unless it will cause a game-breaking bug. I know some people complain about the ladders, but it's a legit mode, because that blocks off you going from that spot. So we have one exit for the basement blocked off, but it wastes one of his traps that might never be used. Excuse me. So, like, the ones I'm thinking about is like the valve. You can't put one close enough to the valve to trigger it. It just does it. It puts a red. You can't put it there. Same with one of the ladders in the family house in the backyard. You can't put it by the ladder. It just blocks it. I don't know if it's game breaking for them. I don't know. I feel like they should be able to be put anywhere pretty much. The ladders I can kind of understand because it apparently glitch out sometimes, but I've never seen it happen. Alright, so the next one, if the windows, alright, on the family house, there's 2 windows, 3 windows technically, but one no one really should go out because it goes nowhere. But, got the top one and you got the front one. The front one's the one that most people use. So I've seen this happen a lot. They'll go through it early in the match, and then they'll go back down to the basement, just so the window's broken and they get healed up, and then they'll come up again and go for it, and we won't hear it because there's no glass breaking. There's no trigger. If Windows is already broken, someone jumps out, some kind of noise should be made at the moment. No trigger unless close to front. So you have to be close to the front to actually hear them hit the ground. You should be able to hear it from anywhere because that's a pretty far fall. You should be able to hear that. I understand the logic, but the thump, everyone should be able to hear, or it should say, kind of like the generator is off. Yes, you kind of hear it, but it also prompts us. So when they jump for the window and it's already broken, they should say, someone jumped out the window. Boom. That I'd be happy with just that. No sound trigger even. And alright, the last thing I'm going to talk about is Johnny. According to a lot of people, Johnny is the weakest family member at the moment. And it's not because he actually is terrible, because if you are good with him, his tracking is kind of useless. No one really uses because it slows him down. Johnny needs something. Just to give him a little bit more Family House, he's okay as long as the cook's there. But my idea for Johnny would be he's able to move the chicken cages and move them to like key area. Like if you want to put one by the battery, or put one up by the fuse box. Just like to be able to move them around. Yes, it'll take time for him to set up, but that gives Johnny something else to do besides collect blood, so he can be a little more guard. Because Sissy can do that too. She can trap certain areas. It doesn't last long, but the chicken, I think, is a good idea, especially to build a chicken build where, excuse me, I got a cough tonight. You can make it where it closer range, or it goes off when you're not even close to it, or even louder or whatever. I think that would be a great way to add something to Johnny, and it's very simple. They could probably do it even. We just have to do like a little pickup where you go over to and you pick them up and you carry it, and you could put it in certain spots. Like they already have spots that are set for it to be moved around. And they can do that on all the maps. Yeah, it might take a little bit of work, but I think they can do it. Just to give Johnny something. And that's pretty much it. All I got, guys. If you guys have any comments down below, let me know. I'm fine with feedback. Don't be rude. Just say, nah, I don't think that would be a good idea, or I think that'd be too hard. I'm fine with that. Criticism. As long as it's not rude, I'm fine with it. If you guys have any ideas, write them down below. I will certainly read them. I do read all my comments. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I apologize for my cough. Apparently, I have a tickle in my throat from talking too much, because I was also playing the game. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next test video. Peace.
Thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe.